Even if you have a 401k and an IRA, I still want you now to invest in addition to that into the taxable retirement accounts, because now this is where you're going to be able to build true and real wealth. Most people assume that, I'm putting some money into my 401k, I'm getting my employer match, I'm all set, I'm ready for retirement. Well, you're going to be in for a rude awakening, because that's not going to be enough. You are going to have to invest your money yourself if you want to be able to retire wealthy and be able to live your life the way you want financially. So now, what is a taxable retirement account? Well, the first option, which I just talked about, is real estate. Now, the pros with real estate are everything that I just discussed. You get the tax benefits, you get the cash flow, you own a hard asset. But the cons with real estate are, it takes a lot of money to start investing in real estate. If you have $5,000 to invest, it's going to be very difficult for you to go out and buy a property yourself. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't get exposure to real estate, because if you have a few $1,000s, you can invest in crowdfunded real estate. You can invest in real estate syndicate deals, which means essentially you are getting exposure to somebody else's real estate deal. The way that you can do this is go to any real estate investor conference in your area. They happen all around the country. There's always going to be investors, developers there looking for money. Always. People are always looking for money to fund their deals. And if you invest in one of their deals, you're going to get a small piece of ownership in somebody else's deal. And if that deal grows and makes money, you're going to get your share of the profits. Of course, there's risk. You're never guaranteed to make money when you invest, but that's one way for you to get exposure to real estate without owning the real estate and buying it all yourself. One way to get started. The second way that you can invest your money into taxable retirement accounts would be through the stock market. Now, just like with anything else, there's a lot of different ways that you can do this, and you can go from very simple to much more complex. And if you just want to get started on the simple side, you can be a passive investor in the stock market. And this is where I believe that 90 to 95, maybe even 98% of Americans should be, because as a passive investor, what you're doing now is you're going to set up a system where every week or every 2 weeks or every month, every time you get paid, some money is going to automatically be invested into the market. And you're not investing in individual companies. You're not investing into Amazon or Tesla. You are investing in America. Now, all you got to do is every time you get paid, you're just going to buy a little bit more of America, period. And the way this works is you are going to buy some ETFs or index funds. These are funds that give you exposure not to one company, but to a group of companies. For example, I'm not telling you what to invest in, just an example. You can go out and invest in something like VTI. VTI is an ETF that gives you exposure to the total stock market. It's called a total stock market ETF. So now when you go out and you invest in that one ETF, you're getting exposure to our stock market. Well, what is in the stock market? The companies that make America, America. The big American companies, that's what's on the stock market. So now when you buy VTI, you're buying a piece of the stock market. Another one is SPY. SPY gives you exposure to the S&P 500. What is the S&P 500? Well, it is a group of the 500 largest companies on the stock market. So when you go out and you buy one share of SPY, you're buying a little piece of the 500 largest companies on the stock market in America. So now, if you were to build an ETF portfolio or an index fund portfolio, every week or every 2 weeks, or every month, some of your money is going to be pulled out of your checkings account when you get paid, and it's going to automatically be invested into America. Now, over the years, because this is not something you're going to do for 6 months, you're going to do this for years, if not decades. You're just going to keep buying a little bit more of America. That way now, as the American economy grows, your investment portfolio also grows. That's what passive investing is. I do passive investing. I have two strategies when I invest my money. One is passive investing, where every week I have some money that leaves my check-ins account and is automatically invested. Now, I invest into a lot of different types of ETFs. I invest into cash flow producing ETFs, to value ETFs, into emerging market ETFs, into innovation ETFs. So I have a whole portfolio of ETFs that I invest in, but you just got to get started. The mistake that so many people make is not that they invest their money into the wrong sector or into the wrong industry or into the wrong group or into the wrong expense ratio fund. It's that they never start investing. And once you get started, guess what? You can always adjust your investment portfolio. You can always adjust your ETFs. You can always adjust your ratios, but you can't adjust getting started. So you got to get started first. If you enjoyed this short clip from my longer videos, here's another clip that I think you'll love. And while you're at it, if you're interested in learning more about how to start generating passive income, our team put together an amazing guide on how to start generating passive income for free. All you got to do is click that button right over there. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep hustling.